What's up everybody, my name is TF-Brit and I'm going to show you how to build a super easy one chunk creeper farm. Let's go. This surprisingly efficient creeper farm is incredibly easy to build and it fits into one chunk, and I'm going to show you how to build it. Okay guys, so the first thing you want to do is you want to mark out one chunk, which is a 16 by 16 area, and this is a real chunk. I used a texture pack that showed me exactly where chunks were. There are other methods to find a chunk, but this right here is the corners of one chunk. Go ahead and connect the corners up, and you want to make a little bit of a waffle pattern once you connect these up. So what I mean by that is once you have them connected, you want the entire thing to have one block holes in it, and do that for the entire area. When you get finished, it should look a little bit like this, and you'll notice that it has a little bit of a flaw to it. And since the goal is to get this to fit into one chunk, we're actually going to make this a 15 by 15. So we're going to take out one wall from two of the sides. Now that it looks like this, you want to go ahead and come up 3 blocks and then build the exact same thing. And now that you have 2 platforms that look exactly like this, you can go ahead and grab your buttons, and you want to come to each of these holes and you want to throw a button in each of the holes. In addition to that, you also want to come to the outside and throw buttons all the way around. And yes, you want to do this to both platforms. Now at this step, the next thing to do is to again take your buttons, and you want to come to every single crossroad and on the outside every other block, and you want to again place more buttons. Your platforms should look exactly like this. Now take your trapdoors, and anywhere that you don't see a button, look directly up and place a trapdoor. And yeah, do that throughout the entire platform. When you're done, the platform should look something like this. Now the next step depends on you and what you want to do. The more platforms you build, the more efficient it's going to be. I do recommend at least 3 platforms, but we're going to build 9 here. If you decide to build 9 platforms, it should look like this, but either way, when you're done, you want to come up to the very top layer, make sure it's completely filled in, and then at the corner you want to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then again in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then fill this completely in and do that all the way around the entire farm. At this point, the farm is working. You just saw 3 creepers fall right off the farm. So the next step you want to do is build the collection area. So in order to do that, come to one of the corners, and you want to come down 3 blocks and then out 2 in each direction. And then this is going to come out 1 and up 1, out 1 and up 1, and connect these up. And do that on all the corners, and do it all the way around the farm. Once you've gone all the way around the farm, it should look like this, and then you want one row all the way around the farm like this, and then the next platform is going to be the main floor. This is going to go throughout the entire farm. The glass should look something like this. I know it's kind of hard to tell with the shaders that I'm using, the texture pack, but there's 1 row of blocks here, 1 row of blocks here, and then the main floor. Now, before you throw in the water, I like to build the collection area. And for the collection, you just want to come down 5 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Make yourself a double chest right here. Then you can go ahead and remove that. Bring your hoppers from the back of the double chest out by 2. You are going to put a powered rail with a hopper minecart on top of that, and then completely box it in. Once it's completely boxed in, then you want to put a block on top of it. That's going to be where your pistons sit. So go ahead and put a block there, block there, block there. Grab your pistons, piston, 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 and piston. You no longer need those. You can get rid of them, and put in a block between each piston. put a piece of redstone on each one of those. Grab your observers facing into the redstone dust. And once you have that in place, you can grab a lever. You probably want this to be on the same side as where your double chest is at. Throw in a lever right there, flick it once, and you'll hear the pistons move. Flick it again, and now the pistons are firing until you flick that lever again. Now you can come back to the top. As you can see, there's tons of creepers waiting here to be killed. Aim at the iron block, throw in the trident, and now your trident killer should be working. The very last step is to throw in the water, and to do that we're going to come to each corner and build up a little L shape, and this is just so we have some corner water that we can throw down. Now that those are in place, you can grab your water bucket, throw in some water at the very highest point on each of the corners, and then don't put water here, come out by one block and put water on all of those, and do that all the way around. And then once you are done, it should push all of the creepers into the 1x1 hole that we have in the middle. And yes, it does look like that's happening. And then we can go into survival and we can test this thing firsthand. Game mode survival, flick the lever, and as you can see, we're getting the XP and all of the creepers are dying. Now there's 7 gunpowder in here right now. I'm going to AFK for 30 minutes and we're going to see how much gunpowder we actually get. Okay, it's been 30 minutes on the dot, and you can go ahead and shut that off. And I mean, yeah, for 30 minutes, that's pretty good, especially for a 1 chunk creeper farm. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, and if you really liked it, please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.